Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of the Flexible Body, Flexible Mind 30-day morning yoga challenge. Our theme today that we'll be working with in this class, as well as in your daily challenge video, is activate. So this is a 10-minute all levels flow. We are actually going to start standing at the back of the mat. So suitable for all levels, no props are required, and just a nice way for us to begin our day. Standing at the back of the mat, keep your feet hip-width distance apart, Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms shine forward. Maybe close your eyes as you lengthen the crown of your head up and anchor your feet into the ground. Just taking these first few breaths to settle in, to make this first mindful connection with your breath rhythm. So what do you need to activate today? What does this one word intention mean to you? Take another big deep breath in here. We're just going to do a little bit of some body rolls to really get into every area of the body. So you can start by tucking your chin towards your chest and really slowly curl inch by inch all the way down towards the mat. And at any point, feel free to start bending your knees. Keep breathing even as you do this. Come all the way down. And once you're down in this forward fold, you can start pushing your heels into the mat and roll back up inch by inch. So I want you to feel the stretch along the back of your legs and all the way up the spine. Head and shoulders are the last to make their way up. So you keep your chin tucked in until your head rises, and just do a shoulder shrug and roll your shoulders back a few times. And we'll do that one more time. Same thing, tuck your chin to your chest and start to roll on down. Nice and slow. Checking in to see how your body is feeling this morning. And we can lift our way back up, pushing into the heels. You can absolutely have your knees bent here. And once your head lifts up, reverse those shoulder rolls. So going forward instead of back. And now let's go and interlace our hands behind the lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you and lift your knuckles off of your tailbone. Bend your knees generously and let's fold forward, reaching knuckles up and over. Try to keep your shoulders lifted away from your ears. Relax your neck, relax your head. And go ahead and bring your fingertips down to the mat. Walk your hands forward into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So walking towards the top of the mat, hands are shoulder width distance apart. Feet are hip width distance apart. And we're going to lift our heels up as high as they can go, and finding that same kind of rippling wave motion, we're going to go from our downward dog, rippling forward, all the way forward into our plank pose, and then you can bend your knees and send your hips up and back. Twice more like this, so inhale, ripple all the way forward, and then bend your knees, lift the tailbone up, push your chest back. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Let's now walk our feet towards the top of the mat. You can widen them as you go, finding our ragdoll fold again. Bend your knees generously, and you're going to interlace your hands the more unusual way. So this time you have your other thumb on top before you lift your knuckles up and over. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to. Fingertips come back down to the mat, bend into your knees. We're going to find Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. So you're going to step your left foot back, lower your left knee down to the mat. Make sure you have your right knee on top of your ankle, and then push your feet into the floor to lift yourself up. So my tailbone is reaching down, my lower abdominals are hugging in. I'm creating lots of space out of my low back, even as I press my hips forward and down. And you can stay as you are, or you can add a little bit of a back bend by bending your elbows at a 90-degree angle, so a little cactus shape, and then lifting your chest and lifting your gaze up. I'm really not tilting too much here. One more big belly breath. And let's bring our hands to frame the front foot. We're going to find three-legged dog. So your right leg will reach all the way up and back. Bend your right knee and open up your hip. Really try to squeeze your heel in towards the glute and try to get your right knee to be the highest point here. Straighten and square that right leg and step your right foot down. Let's find our low lunge on the other side. So you're going to step your left foot forward to the top of the mat and drop your right knee down. My left knee is on top of my ankle. Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Push the feet into the floor, lengthen down, engage, and lift on up. Slow, steady breaths in and out through your nose. And if you like to add that little back bend, you can do the same thing here. Bending into your elbows, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, and opening up through your chest. One more big breath. And let's frame that front foot with both hands, three-legged dog. Left leg is going to extend all the way up and back. Bend your left knee and open up that hip. Try to keep pressing your left shoulder down so you're mainly just isolating your lower body here in this stretch. And straighten that left leg, set the left foot down, downward facing dog. Let's take a little flow from here. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, lower down to your belly. And we're going to do 3 little baby cobras from here. So point your toes. As you inhale, you're going to lift your chest, your palms off the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale, lower down twice more. Inhale, upper body lifts, push into the tops of your feet. Exhale, lower down. One more inhale. And exhale. Push your palms into the floor and lift back. Child's pose, balasana. Knees can be together or apart. Press your hips back towards your heels and fold on down. And if you'd like, you can do a reverse prayer pose with your palms here to add a little bit more for the shoulders and the upper body. So hands come together to touch. Bend your elbows and bring your thumbs towards the back of your neck and the back of your head. Slow, steady, deep breaths. Try to relax your body a little bit more in this pose. And if you were doing this prayer position with the hands, straighten your arms and start to walk your hands in as you lift up through your chest. And just come to take a seat. Just keep your hips over on your heels. Bring your knees in. Palms on your lap. Roll your shoulders back. Finding your center here. And you can grab a hold of your knees with your hands, and we're just going to curl all the way in. So tuck your chin to your chest, round through your spine. And reverse this motion, this time by lifting up through your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, arching through your back. And coming back to neutral. Take a seat in any way that is comfortable to you here as we close our practice together. Sitting up tall, hands come together at the heart. And let's chant Om one time. Inhale to chant, breathe in. Om. Thank you so very much for doing this short 10-minute morning yoga flow with me. Now I would love for you to head on over to part 2, video number 2 for today, which will outline your daily challenge themed around activate. Let me know how this went, and I look forward to practicing again with you tomorrow for day 12.